Welcome to Didi Nagaland. We are here at Jirio Kohima, where the opening ceremony of I.I.M.U.N. Kohima 2026 is about to commence. Over 500 students from different schools across Nagaland have registered to attend this 3-day event, being organized by India's International Movement to Unite Nations, or I.I.M.U.N. in short, the world's largest youth-run non-profit organization. The opening ceremony will be graced by the presence of Dr. S.C. Jamir, five-time Chief Minister of Nagaland and former Governor to 4 states, as well as Dr. Harshvardhan, the former Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare and former Chairman, WHO Executive Board. We will bring you the highlights from the ceremony as it proceeds.
Founded by Rishabh Shah, I.I.M.U.N is one of the world's largest youth-run, non-profit organizations, promoting leadership, dialogue, and global awareness among students. The Kohima 2026 conference featured discussions on key national and international issues, including the Naga peace process, Article 371A, healthcare, humanitarian aid, and sustainable development through various committees and agendas.
It is a city where tradition and modern life come together in harmony, creating a welcoming space for learning and growth. It continues to inspire creativity, intellect, and the aspirations of its young minds. Well, the mix of excitement, the nervousness, and thinking, what if I mess up? I'm sure that these are things and thoughts which will keep on coming, keep on going. But as I say, please stay true to yourself, stay true to the preparation that you have come up with. And I'm pretty sure that the next 2 days, you're going to make a lot of memories. The days are going to be amazing, and you are going to have a lot of fun. As all of you all would have come with an aim with winning the best delegate position, winning the best school trophy, I sincerely hope that you all look forward to learning more and more from this 3-day event. Ensure that you focus on the learning aspect of the conference. Obviously, the dignitaries which are sitting in the first row, they are going to speak much more, good content, if I say Gen Z term, about India, about what youth can do in order to contribute to this particular country. So I hope you will pay attention to their speeches, take inspiration from their speeches, also use them into your committee sessions, and have a lot of fun in the upcoming 3 days. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you so much.
Those friends, it is not only a pleasure for me, but a real privilege to get a platform to address a gathering of enlightened youth of Nagaland who are here this evening. Before I switch on the subject, I want to explain to you about the stand of India foreign policy in the 60s. Because India's international movement to United Nations is correlated to Indian foreign policy. Any nation, be it India or any other nations, they have their own foreign policy. And that policy is to unite all the nations so that peace prevail in this world. In the 60s, immediately after the war, it was a world of military blocs like NATO, CENTO, SETO, and so on and so forth. But India decided to remain neutral without joining any power blocs. And that at the peak of Cold War, it is Russia. On one side, it was USSR and Western countries led by USA, another bloc. So at the peak of Cold War, India decided to remain neutral, non-aligned with any other blocs. I asked Patiji, since all our neighbors are joining military blocs, why should India remain isolated from these blocs? He said, because he always called me young boy, young man. Young man, India is a nation, a new nation. We have to think about our infrastructure. We have to think about our economic development. We have to set right whatever have been destroyed by the British. And it requires peaceful conditions in the country. Unless there's peace in the country, then you'll not be able to build up a new India. And if we join military blocs, we have to spend all our resources on armed forces, and that will entail a great deal of expenditure, draining all the resources, and a young nation like India cannot afford to have join military blocs. And therefore, we have to maintain neutrality. And it was called non-aligned group, led by India, that is Jawaharlal Nehru, Yugoslavia, Marshal Tito, Egypt, Nazir. These three personalities were the pillars of non-aligned country. And because of that independent policy, India was reckoned with as one of the most influential countries at that point of time. During my time in Parliament, as Parliamentary Secretary to Prime Minister, who was looking after External Affairs Ministry, I was also little bit, not much, little bit involved in foreign affairs. At that point of time, there were two very dangerous developments in the world. First, in 1962, China invaded India to prove the muscle of China in the region. Another one was Cuban crisis. The Russian placed all the missiles in Cuba pointed towards Russia and America, and it endangered the security of the United States of America. So these two characteristics prevailed in 1962. Fortunately, I was one of the members of the Indian delegation to the United Nations. At that time, again, China was outside UNO. Only Taiwan, under the leadership of Chiang Kai-shek, was the permanent member of United Nations. And therefore, the world moved a resolution that China should be admitted to United Nations. So, Indian delegations to UNO at that time, we have to face two choices. Whether we should support China to entry into United Nations or not? So that was a big question. And I was the youngest member of that delegation. Actually, I was only 31 years old that time. But since I was attached to Prime Minister and served as a political advisor, I told my colleagues, I think principles matters much more than circumstances. So why not we refer to the Prime Minister? Then Jawaharlal Nehru replied to us, you vote for China because we have been championing the cause of Chinese entry in the United Nations. So, in a national policy, whether in trouble or in peacetime, a nation has to stand for its own principle. That I have learned from this country, Jawaharlal Nehru, at that point of time. Even though China invaded us, created a problem for us, and yet India stood by our own principle. That is, when is it China being a big country, it has to be admitted. And therefore, whether it is a national level or state level or personal level, I think principle should be the guiding principle in our life. That's what every day, every evening, every moment, we feel the necessity of peace in our life and also in our land. It poses serious question before the gathering here. And I want to ask you, can we not live in peace? How long can we be embroiled in this indecent quarrel among us? How long? And why? And for what? We have to wake up. We have to wake up. And hold on, it is your younger generation that have to open a new chapter of peace and unity among the people. Now the preamble of the UNESCO Constitution maintains that since war begins in the minds of man, it is in the minds of man that defense of peace must be constructed. It depends upon our attitude. There are two attitudes, negative and positive. And I hope you definitely imbibe the positive attitude towards this peace. It is the mind which needs to be fed with nourishment from values like compassion, harmony, tolerance, caring and sharing, and peace can be built only through education. And this is, I think, the object of this conference is to educate younger people in matters of the peace. It has to be, they have to be enlightened, and they have to know the value of peace. I think in order to destroy, I think the menace of this conflict, menace of this unity, the menace of this harmony, it is that peace and peace alone can we surmount the problem we are facing today. And I think what we have to do now is, and I would like to urge upon this, especially the younger generations, to lead according to the highest ideal of nonviolence, translate the same into action, and work for the propagation of peace. Members of the old bygone era like me had witnessed the hardship and miseries of the people of Nagaland, and I hope you will be the pilgrimage in the inner wilderness have a new Nagaland, peaceful, united, progressive, and which can be written with as a worthy son or worthy child of this great nation. Now, dream to do something and determination to do good to others. Act like this and enrich our society by your lives. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Namaste. What a joy it is to be here. What an honor it is to stand in Nagaland. I tell you honestly that it is beyond my vocabularies and my linguistic abilities to describe the joy and pleasure that I experience at this moment while I'm with you in Nagaland. And what a privilege it is to speak to the young, because whenever we speak to the young, we are not speaking to the future. We are speaking to the future that has already arrived. And that's why I call it a great privilege. Let me begin by thanking and also remembering the great visionary Rishabh Shahji and his dynamic, young, energetic, visionary team who have made the gathering possible today. I strongly feel that I.I.M.U.N, somebody calls it I.I.M.U.N, somebody calls it in another way, but I think the best is to call it I.I.M.U.N. Then it's absolutely clear. I.I.M.U.N is not merely an organization. I strongly feel it is a great movement. To build an organization is one thing, but to build a culture is something much greater. I.I.M.U.N has not merely created conferences. It has created confidence all over. It has created a platform where young people learn to think, speak, listen, debate, read, lead, and then serve. It teaches students that public life is not noise only. It is preparation. It teaches them that words are not toys. It teaches them that words are not toys, they are instruments. They can heal, they can hurt, they can unite, they can divide, they can elevate a civilization, or they can coercion it. That is why I.I.M.U.N matters. And that is why I am so happy to be here today. Because this is not just a routine program. This is a preparation. This is not just an event. This is a beginning. This is not just a room full of students. This is a room full of India's great future. Fame is loud, but honor is lasting. May the hills of Nagaland teach you steadiness. May its forest teach you patience. May its song teach you harmony. May its warriors teach you courage. May its mothers teach you sacrifice. And may its children teach India hope.
Today, there are two things which I would like to talk to you about. From my own experience, I would like to share with you and hoping that you would also use it, you would also be engulfing with it. Okay, so through my experience as a student, as an academician, as a teacher, I have found that there are two things which are required if you want to sustain in today's world. One, that you should have good communication skills, and another, you must have self-awareness. Okay? Try to make sure that whenever you are representing yourself, your representation is done at your best. Okay? It doesn't matter that you are better than everybody else. It doesn't matter that you are the best one in the room or smartest one in the room. It has to be that you're a better version of yourself. What you were yesterday, today it should be better than that, and tomorrow should be better than how you are today. Okay? Keep this thing in mind, keep on doing things, and I'm sure you will be heard, you will be reciprocated, and you will do well. Okay? These 3 days, you are having it. Okay? Use your communication skills, use your words, use your language, use your persona, use your confidence in order to send your message across. That is all what we are here for. Okay? And as right now just the ecstasy just said it. Okay? I'm going to be just a face in the crowd. You're going to hear my voice when I shout it out aloud. Okay? Do that. And a very good evening to you all. Have a nice conference. Do well in life. Okay? That's all. Nice evening. Thank you so much.
A very good evening, everyone. First of all, on behalf of the staff and the management, it is my great pleasure to once again welcome each and every one of you to our school as the host school of I.I.M.U.N Conference 2026 Nagaland chapter. Our school has proudly associated with I.I.M.U.N over the years, having hosted several conferences in the past. It is both a privilege and a pleasure to once again be the venue for the special state-level edition of I.I.M.U.N. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate I.I.M.U.N on its successful journey. Your dedication to youth empowerment and global engagement is truly commendable, and we wish you continued growth and success in the years to come.
Along with debates and committee sessions, the conference focused on leadership development, social impact initiatives, and encouraging global citizenship among youth. Organizers say that I.I.M.U.N aims to provide young people in Nagaland with a platform to build confidence, communication skills, and a spirit of cooperation.
Following the opening ceremony, a two-day conference will be held where students will deliberate in 7 committees, including the NLA on the Naga peace process, the Lok Sabha on the Article 371A, JPC, AIPPM, FIFA, ICU, Press and Media, and CCC. Signing off from Jirio, Kohima, this is Didi Nagaland.